What is up, everybody? I'm Brandon from Wrench and Resolve, and I'm here to talk to you about my motorcycle today and what we're going to do with the channel. There's a couple things that I'd like to do, and one is upload riding videos, places I go, things I see, things like that. I'd like to do that. I'd like to upload some work that I do to my bike and or anything else that I do. And then I'd like to just upload, us sitting here talking about the random stuff. I think that's good and healthy for everybody, just kind of sit down and talk about motorcycle related things, family related things, things that, we deal with every day. I'm just a regular guy from Iowa. I work a full-time job. I enjoy my Harley. I enjoy music. I enjoy riding around in my wife's Bronco. That thing's pretty sweet. And I like to fish. I got a couple kayaks over here. But I really like being on my motorcycle. And that's a big part of the reason why I decided that I'm going to upload this content and I'm going to do the things that I've always wanted to do. I'm almost 40 years old and I would really love to work on motorcycles more and more and more. And hopefully someday it'll be something that just kind of takes over my life. I had a love for motorcycles when I was a kid, and then I had to grow up a little bit, and I couldn't afford one for a really long time. I got this one about 4 months ago. I had a 2013 Street Glide before that, and I traded it in for this thing. It's a little bit faster, a little more nimble. I absolutely love it. This year I rode it to Sturgis, and I rode it home from Sturgis. The ride there was awesome. We went through the Badlands, we went through Nebraska and the Badlands there, and up to South Dakota, and right away we went riding. As soon as we got there, didn't even check into our Airbnb. I'd never been there, so I really wanted to look at things, and I got it all on my GoPro. So you should see some of that content coming out. Now, on the way home, however, I'm about 225 pounds. This bike and 40-mile-an-hour winds coming from the south was not very fun to ride. And I'll admit that, but sometimes you just slow it down and cruise. Took me an extra 2 hours to get home. However, I did stop at Sioux Falls Harley Davidson. Shout out to those guys for getting me a new helmet while I was there. So a little bit about my bike. I've done all the work on my own bike except for the last oil change. I bought it with about 1,100 miles on it, and we have a little over 5,000 now. So I need to do the 5K service, and I'm going to do that myself. I'm not a Harley mechanic by any means. I don't work on bikes for a living, anything like that. I'm pretty mechanically inclined, so I can do this kind of stuff, and I watch a lot of YouTube. There's a guy on YouTube, shout out to Sick Wide Glide, for kind of inspiring me to start this channel and do the things that I'm going to do with this channel. I've watched every single one of his videos, and I think you could literally tear this whole thing apart and put it back together by just watching his videos. So go check him out. He's just an awesome content creator. So with that being said, I did put on my own air filter, or my air cleaner. I put on my Bassani Road Rage pipes, and then I put in a Harley tuner because I'm still under warranty. So I did all that. Haven't had any issues. It's running great. It was an awesome experience in Sturgis. My wife and I went with a group of friends, and my wife and I had never been there. So we took it slow. We saw the sights, we did that, but we also experienced a little bit of Sturgis. So every year, I think we're gonna go. I think that's a good idea, a good point to get out there and do something. And I think every year I wanna kind of do something different. This year I wanna build a bike from the ground up. I'm a big fan of the old school choppers and the old school bobbers, just like everybody else is on the platforms, but it'll be mine. And I've always wanted to build one, so that's what I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna take you guys through that journey. Also, I'm gonna work on my own motorcycle. I wanna learn with you guys. I want you guys to help me learn how to work on this thing. I'm not an expert by any means. I'm not, and I'm definitely down to listen to suggestions and things like that. So from here on out, I'll be posting on all my socials, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all at Wrench and Resolve. I was doing something earlier previous. It was called Glide Confessions, something that I tried out. I do have an old video on there of Glide Confessions, and I do have some content that I introduced myself from Glide Confessions, but I just rebranded. It was time for me to like start taking this seriously, so I changed the name to Wrench and Resolve, mostly because I'm going to be wrenching on things, and I'm going to be resolving some of my everyday struggles in these videos with you guys. I have a family. A little bit more about me. I have a family, wife, kids, full-time job. My wife works. She also breeds Maine Coon cats. So we are a very busy family. And just getting out here in the garage today is kind of a chore because everybody's kind of inside. But this is my garage. This is where I get to work. I don't have a big fancy lift. I have one toolbox. I have a cart. I have some power tools and some pneumatic tools. I got a pretty nice air compressor I got for free back in, can't remember when I got it, but I was in the military and the family across the way was moving out, couldn't fit it in their U-Haul, so they said, you can just take it. And I took it and got a nice air compressor. I'm all about that. So that's what I have to work with every day. This is where I can work. I'm going to work on getting the garage so I can put a heater in here so I can work here in the winter. It is middle of summer right now, so I got plenty of time to kind of get that going. But I just wanted to take you guys on this journey with me. Please like, follow, and subscribe to all my channels. If you got any questions, please put them down in the comments below. I'm sure some of my coworkers are going to see this eventually, but don't give me too much crap at work. It is what it is, though. This is something that I've dreamt about doing for a long time, whether I have 2 people watching me or thousands of people watching me. It doesn't matter to me. I think this is just something that I want to do for me, for my motorcycle content life, and I'll just keep doing it. But following this video, I'll upload some Sturgis video. You'll see my point of view from my helmet going up Mount Rushmore and a couple other things like that. But yeah, just stick around for the content. Just wanted to put out a short video on who I was, what I plan on doing, and hopefully we can get this stuff started. Got a lot of editing to do. I'm not very good at that, but we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn, and I'm gonna learn how to do this. So I'm gonna record my 5K service this week probably, and I'll get that uploaded as soon as I can. However, I have an old video of me putting on my Odi grips, my Vans grips, my backrest, things like that. I got a video of all that, so I might just upload that and hopefully get a little bit of content out there. Once again, follow my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Wrench and Resolve. I appreciate you guys sticking around for this video, and I look forward to the next one. All right, hopefully there will be more of a schedule where I can start putting out videos more consistently. All right, thanks for watching this video, and if you're gonna like the video, just like it for this beautiful machine. I know there's a ton of Harley people out there, and there's even some Indian people out there that gave me compliments on this bike out in Sturgis. So just like it for the bike. You don't have to like it for me. I appreciate you sticking around. Until the next one, we'll talk to you later.